Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Have you found yourself with a ton of these prime bottles? Well, here's what to do with them. Grab yourself your empty prime bottles, rinse them out and then give them a good dry so that they're not going to have any water left over in them and go mouldy. Then you're going to need some fairy lights. I'm using coloured ones, but you can use plain as well. And then you need a drill with a drill bit on the end, and finally a glue gun. It's as simple as that. Okay, first thing you're going to want to do when you do this is work out what position you would like your prime bottles to go in. So I have lemon and lime, tropical punch, I have loads of blue raspberry because they seem to be quite easy to find, and then I have one ice pop. I do have another bottle of ice pop knocking about somewhere, but I only really have one for this craft. So that kind of means that I need to be a bit sparing if I want to include it. I could just do blue, green, red, and if you are using coloured lights like me, that's going to make a difference, but if you are just using plain white lights, then that's not going to make any difference whatsoever, and you can just go with whatever order you want to. So first things first, working out which bottles you're going to want to put where so that you're not drilling unnecessary holes inside the caps. So I have gone blue, gap, gap, red, gap, gap, green, gap, gap, ice pop, gap, gap, blue, red, green, with gaps in between. And I can fill those gaps if I want to, or I can just leave them so that there's not quite so much weight on the wire, which is what I think I'm going to do. Okay, first thing you're going to want to do is take your drill bit and make sure that it is roughly about the same size as the fairy light that you are wanting to fit in. Then you're going to drill a hole in the top of the lid. It's better if you keep the bottle on for this because it keeps it more stable. It allows you to just push that drill straight through. Then you're going to slot your fairy light, whichever one you're choosing, inside. I'm using coloured fairy lights, so it was quite easy to match up the colours. You can see the red light's just gone into the red bottle there, and then I'm going to do a green one, and the green one's going to go in as well. But you don't have to do that. You can choose any. The colour from the plastic wrap around the bottles will shine with whatever light, so you'd be easy to do that. Next up, we are going to glue over the top. This is what secures the bottle on, stops it from dropping down. You're just going to put a good blob of glue over the top there, and simple as that. Leave it to dry. Make sure it's in an upright position as it dries. You do need quite a decent amount over the top. It won't damage the light. Just make sure that you are not putting it onto the actual bulb. Little word of warning with this, do mind your fingers because it can be really, really hot, and if it does get stuck on your fingers then it will burn you, so do be careful with that. Once I'd made every light secure inside each bottle, I then waited until the glue was fully dry and used some command hooks to make sure that the light would stay in place. Super easy and simple. You can get these in most places. Command hooks I swear by, and voila! That is what it looks like when it's hooked up. You can see that I've got space to add extra bottles if I wanted to, but at this moment it looks quite cute, and this is what it looks like in the dark. Enjoy!